Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into something specific in the financial world. No credit check payday loans. Our goal here, to really unpack what these are all about. How they work, what they promise, and crucially, what you need to think about if you're ever considering them. Especially when you need cash, like right now for an emergency or maybe an unexpected bill. The sources we've looked at often frame them as a potential financial lifeline, promising super fast solutions.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to talk about this. Because when time pressure is high, understanding these options, like really understanding them, is absolutely key to making a good decision for yourself.
Okay, so let's unpack this. What are no credit check payday loans? Fundamentally, they're basically short-term loans, right? Designed to give you quick cash access.
That's the core idea. And that no credit check bit is, well, it's a big deal for a lot of people. What our research shows is that lenders offering these generally skip the hard credit inquiry.
Uh-huh. So they're not doing that deep dive into your credit report that can sometimes ding your score.
Right. Instead, they tend to focus much more on your current income. Can you actually prove you can pay it back? Often through bank statements, maybe pay stubs, which of course makes them seem much more accessible if you've got, say, bad credit, or maybe no credit history at all.
Okay, so it's a different kind of assessment. And the terms. Our sources mention they're typically due on your next payday. Makes sense. Amounts can vary, but we saw figures like up to $900 or more. It depends on the lender, obviously. And the purpose they always state is perfect for emergencies when you need money fast. That's the pitch. Now let's make this a bit more concrete. One source we looked at specifically mentioned 15mfinance.org as an example.
Right. And it's interesting to see how they present themselves. They lead with no credit check required.
Which immediately targets people worried about their credit score.
Exactly. Then they hammer the speed, fast approval, claiming you get a decision in minutes, not days. And then there's the same-day funding possibility. Get cash as soon as the next business day.
And the process itself sounds easy, too. A simple online application.
Yeah, a quick form, no lengthy paperwork, all designed to sound effortless. Plus, they add that layer of secure and trusted, calling themselves a reliable lender with transparent terms.
Okay, so it definitely sounds appealing on the surface, very straightforward, very quick. Our research even laid out their 3 easy steps. Step 1, visit 15mfinance.org and fill out the short application. Simple enough. Step 2, get an instant decision, no waiting. Again, emphasizing speed. And 3, if approved, sign your loan agreement and get funded quickly. Boom. They even claim no hidden fees, no hassle, just fast cash when you need it most. But this is where we need to pause, right? What does transparent terms really involve here? And how does that fit with something designed to be so fast?
That is the absolute crucial question.
Yeah.
And importantly, the source material does include some important reminders. It really brings up a key point for you, the listener. When you get something this fast, what are the responsibilities that come along with it? Especially when you're likely already under stress. Well, first off, there's the advice to borrow responsibly, which sounds obvious, but it means really thinking. Only take what you need and can repay.
Not just grabbing the maximum offer.
Precisely. Then second, and this is huge, understand the terms. If they say transparent terms, you need to look for the details. What's the APR, the annual percentage rate? What are all the fees? What's the exact repayment schedule? Any penalties?
Yeah, that clarity is everything.
Absolutely. And third, maybe the most critical warning, avoid rollovers. The source is very clear here. Extending loans can lead to more fees. This is a major pitfall.
Right, because that quick fix can suddenly become a much longer, more expensive problem if you can't pay it back on that first payday. So while the source suggests payday loans can be great for emergencies, it also really hammers home that you have to use them wisely. Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. What's the main takeaway for you listening? We've defined these no credit check payday loans, talked about how they work, their accessibility, the speed factor using that 15M finance example. But just as vital are those warnings. Borrow responsibly, really understand every single term, and definitely avoid those rollovers if at all possible.
And maybe here's a final thought to leave you with, building on what we've seen. If the source itself warns that extending loans can lead to more fees, what does that tell you about the potential long-term impact? Relying on these super fast, short-term fixes, well, without a really solid plan to pay them back immediately, it could create bigger issues down the road, couldn't it? Thinking about how truly understanding those transparent terms, the real cost, and steering clear of rollovers, how that can actually empower you, well, that seems key to making sure a quick solution doesn't become a lasting headache.